allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, Walker Middle School. So I'm going to wear a bunch of different hats today. First off, today is Viking period, and Viking period this week is science for the 8th graders. 7th graders will be doing civics, and 6th graders I'm not exactly sure about, either math or ELA. I would like to speak to the 8th graders. Please work hard on your Quizlet vocabulary that you are supposed to be doing if you are not in a pull-out group. Any and all practice that you can get on vocabulary is going to be very helpful to you once that state testing comes along. However much you put into it is how much you're going to get out of it. So as one of the 8th grade science teachers, I would implore you to please do your best and take this 30-minute practice time very seriously. Okay, next thing I want to talk about is track season. For those of you who are new to Walker Middle School, track is my favorite sport. Hands down, my favorite sport. And so what I'd like to remind everybody, you need to get your physicals done. If you are planning on participating in track, please make sure you get your physical done and get it turned in to me. Track is unlike any other sport. We need lots of athletes on the track team. 6th graders, this is a great opportunity for you to participate because we literally go by the clock. So we could easily have 25 to 30 athletes, boys on the boys track team, and 25 to 30 athletes on the girls track team. So if you would like more information about track, on the boys side, you can talk to Coach Casarachi or Coach Del Pret. And for the girls, Coach Logan and I are the girls track coaches. So track season will start the week prior to spring break. So I think that's like 2 weeks away. Okay, so now let's talk basketball because we currently are still in basketball season and it's winding up. We have games tomorrow night at Innovation, and then we wrap up the regular season next Wednesday at home versus Lake Nona. Those Lake Nona games will guaranteed determine seeding and a playoff berth and all kinds of stuff. So make plans now to be here next Wednesday. Miss Grady is going to have the concession stand loaded up and ready to go. Make plans to be here next Wednesday. Okay, so last night we went to Meadowwoods and our girls team won 32-12, continued on their roll. They are now 5-0, 5 wins, no losses. Last night, Ronnie's Berry led the scoring with 13 points. Zahara Jones and Deja Richardson had 6 points apiece. Zora Jackson had 5, and Janika St. Fort had 2 points. The boys' game, holy smokes, the boys' game went into overtime. Talk about an exciting game. And I just want to say to our boys' team, and especially Coach Milton, you know, when you go into overtime like that, there was a huge difference in the whole demeanor of the coaches, and the fact that Coach Milton and Coach Joe were able to remain so calm and collected during the whole game, and the other coach was, well, let's just say he wasn't. That made a big difference in that game last night. So in overtime, our boys won 49-39, so they are now 4-1 in our conference and vying for a playoff spot. I believe they are still tied with Lake Nona boys for that second and third place playoff spot. So scoring for our boys last night, Roy Berry, 8th grade Roy Berry had 20 points, which included 5 3-pointers. Even though he was double teamed the entire game, he still managed to get off 20 points. Tyrese Charles and Jesse Guest had 9 points apiece. Jamari Roddy added 7 points, and Senef had 4 points. I just want to say I'm very impressed with how our boys team played last night, their whole demeanor, how they handled everything when Meadowwoods ended up with, I think, 4 technical fouls last night, so that part of the game got pretty ugly. But our boys were able to maintain their composure, and I was very impressed and very proud as an athletic director. I want to tell you represented Walker Middle School very well. Now please practice shooting some free throws. Shh, don't tell anyone I told them that. Okay, last thing I want to remind everyone today, the 6th graders will be going on a field trip. Ms. Feliciano and Ms. Grady will be attending that field trip. So the media center will be closed all day. That means no device, you can't go down there if you have problems with your devices or whatever. The media center is closed all day today. I believe they come back about 2 o'clock or so. And with that, we will see you around campus. Have a wonderful Tuesday.
Join the After School Zone and Summer Zone for the experience of your life. The Zone is a safe place for Orange County Middle School students to have fun with their friends and learn new things like robotics, STEM, and the arts. And it is completely free. Register at a middle school near you and get in the zone.
Mahmoud Abdul-Rauf was approaching the peak of his NBA career when he began to opt out of standing for the national anthem. Born Chris Jackson, Abdul-Rauf converted to Islam and changed his name at the beginning of his career. In March 1996, the Grizzlies point guard said that the American flag was a symbol of oppression and tyranny. For his actions, he was suspended 1 game and fined nearly $32,000. He later reached an agreement where he would stand for the anthem and bow his head in prayer, but the damage had been done. Following the 96 season, Abdul-Rauf was traded to the Kings. When his contract with Sacramento expired, he was unable to find NBA work and went overseas. Despite being blacklisted and enduring hate crimes, Abdul-Rauf has no regrets. Whether I go broke, whether they take my life, whatever it is, I stood on principles, he recently said. To me, that is worth more than wealth and fame.